My name is Elena Brooks, and my childhood ended far too soon. I grew up in a rundown neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, where broken glass glittered on the sidewalks and gunshots sometimes replaced lullabies. By the time I was 10, my parents were gone, one to illness, the other to the streets. I learned to survive by hanging around the corner store, asking strangers if they had spare change, and sleeping in the back of abandoned buildings when the nights got too cold. One icy January evening, I sat on the curb, hugging my knees to keep warm. A black SUV pulled up beside me, its headlights cutting through the snow. The window rolled down, and a man with kind eyes leaned out. "Hey, kid, you okay?" His name was Richard Hale, a successful businessman from Evanston, Illinois. He didn't just offer me a ride. He offered me a home. That night, I stepped into a mansion with a roaring fireplace, polished hardwood floors, and the smell of cinnamon rolls drifting from the kitchen. Richard's wife, Caroline, and their daughter, Abigail, welcomed me with open arms. For the first time, I had a soft bed, new clothes, and a place where I felt safe. Abigail and I became like sisters, sharing secrets, doing homework together, even sneaking into the kitchen at midnight for ice cream. For 3 years, life felt like a miracle. But miracles don't last forever. When I was 13, Richard died suddenly in a car accident on Interstate 94. I still remember the cold January wind at the funeral, the way Caroline's sobs echoed through the church, and the empty look in Abigail's eyes. After the funeral, everything changed. Caroline stopped calling me sweetheart and started calling me freeloader. My chores doubled overnight. Soon, I was cooking dinner, scrubbing floors, and running errands, not for pocket money, but because you owe us. By the time I turned 16, I was working 2 part-time jobs after school, a diner waitress in the evenings and a janitor at the community center on weekends, just to cover my school supplies and save for college. Abigail, now a high school junior, mocked me in front of her friends, calling me to help as if I were nothing more than an unpaid servant. Still, I held on to one dream, going to college and becoming a lawyer. Every night, no matter how tired I was, I studied under a cheap desk lamp until my eyes blurred. When I got the news that I'd won a full scholarship to a top university in New York City, I thought my life was finally about to change. I ran home, holding the acceptance letter with shaking hands, tears of joy spilling down my cheeks. But when I showed Caroline, her face hardened. "You're not going anywhere," she said coldly. "We took you in. We fed you. And this is how you repay us? No, you stay here and keep helping this family." I begged. I pleaded. I promised to visit. But the next morning, I found my acceptance letter, torn into shreds, in the kitchen trash. I knew then that if I didn't find a way out soon, my future would be gone forever. But leaving meant risking everything, and I had nowhere to go.